Let's get that welcome in everybody to Mailbox Sports. Today we are gonna stamp out the competition and mail in a championship roster to you guys as usual. I am an avid fantasy football player. I'm a championship level fantasy football player, and today we will get started as we go ahead and set this theme for you to have a Chicago Bear-esque fantasy football mashup where we get to take you behind the scenes as I construct my first fantasy football draft of the year. I can be forthright and tell you that I don't have a strategy that I am beholden to with my first fantasy football draft of the year. Typically, I allow that one to kind of shape all future, the other five, and so on and so forth. And so it kind of gives me a blueprint of the ways in which I want to try to attack it. G Honda, how we feeling today? Black Couch, welcome in, my brother. Well, from that black couch. Drop your comments, everybody. If you're a fantasy football player, who would you take first overall this year? We are about to go into the draft room. That will allow me to know exactly what my draft position is. I do not prefer to draft early, and I am very prayerful that I don't have one of the earlier picks because I don't usually know what to do with that one. So we're going to go ahead and peel back the curtain, find out exactly where it is I pick first, and then, and only then, we should go ahead and get into this solutions of sorts. So let's get a refresh to that page there. Oh, they over here playing around these capital letters. My apologies. I do gotta tell Botrix to tamp down the tomfoolery. We get into the gusto over here. Championship starts with the draft. I'm gonna be doing a lot of typing in terms of getting to know my competitors. This is a work league, a little different. I picked ninth. I can't tell you that I prefer to pick there. However, I wouldn't be so disturbed if I picked 10th, so I won't hold it. Ninth through 12th, I am able to get some things to going. You do have people in fantasy football. I don't know if you know. We'll try to get to a breakdown of that. You have your managers that are seasoned, and those managers are heavily involved in the process of the draft, pre-draft, mock draft, and prognostications in terms of where they think they will actually land the player of their dreams. For me this year, I fall into the range of the next level of player where I will try to navigate this draft as a knowledgeable yet laissez-faire approach. By that, I have looked over several mock evaluations. I have looked at ADP write-up articles in terms of the top 200 on PPR, which is the points per reception league, and that is the league that we'll be drafting for tonight. And so my angle would obviously be to target a very strong, and by strong I mean a viable candidate to dominate the league. With your first pick, you want to have a game breaker. And so in that particular first of the 9, we want to go ahead and make sure that we are going to get what we want to call a blue chip type player. Speaking of, do you think the Bears have any blue chip players? And if you got any particular fantasy football players that you kind of hold yourself to a standard of drafting and like to draft on your own, go ahead and drop those comments for me. We're trying to figure out what would be the move, best option, picking 9th overall in the draft this year. For me, this is why I'm picking 9 right now. And so while we pick 9, we're also trying to figure out if any Chicago Bears have any fantasy relevance. And in that fantasy value, we are going to try to determine what round, if any, shall we target those particular players. If you are here with me, go ahead, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. And if you are new, go ahead and drop a hello, what's up? Anything you got to add to the conversation, is I will always like to talk to new people as we kind of navigate a new era of streaming for myself, which is the YouTube and sports genre. Let's go it that way. YouTube's the platform. Sports is the niche. We're going to find out if I can bring this championship swagger on over to the screen. Let's see if I can draft my first championship team this year. So obviously, if you ask me in terms of Chicago Bear players that may have relevance in terms of fantasy, you have to start with most teams to evaluate if they have a fantasy-worthy quarterback. And so last year, my quarterback, Caleb Williams, was on my team. Wasn't a very high round pick. I believe I got Caleb 10th round, 9th round, something to that degree. But was someone that was tapped into in terms of me understanding that he might have an opportunity to throw the ball a lot. He didn't throw the ball as often as I thought he would have. Nonetheless, he did have the opportunity to pile up enough yards and touchdowns for me in increments to make a difference with the combination of a Jared Goff. I was pretty able to get a sweet spot for that. I am getting over a cold. right now. Summer colds, I don't understand, but if you ever see me tap the mic, we having a bit of a cough fit, and we don't want to cough away or cough up that draft pick out here. So we can try to hold it tight to the vest. Don't know exactly what the strategy is right now, but what bear would you draft first in fantasy football? Let me know. If you were playing fantasy football, not telling you what round, but what Chicago Bear would you draft first? Would it be a Caleb Williams? Would it be a DJ Moore? A Roma Dunze? Would it be someone like a Luther Burden or Cole Kmet? Could it be the rising star that people believe in? We know as Colston Loveland. Could it be someone as simplistic as a go get that ball both ways, DJ? Well, I should say DeAndre, but DJ will get the opportunity, I believe, at some point to have some rushing yards as well. You wonder if things like that will factor into the overall usage of a player. And so in fantasy football, when you're drafting against your opponent, oftentimes what you're attempting to do is outmaneuver the person that you are in the room with, essentially. And so I don't know how these people in particular actually go ahead, repink. I don't know how they think in terms of fantasy football. I've only had the pleasure of playing with two of these people in fantasy. So right now, we're going to get into the opportunity, one, to draft and construct a pretty damn good roster. Two, we get the opportunity to win at a high level and have bragging rights. And three, and most importantly, we get to have those bragging rights at work. Bragging rights come at a premium, repaint, and we got to have all hands on deck when it comes to trying to figure out who I'm going to draft. And I picked 9 overall right now, and I don't know. So, let's go to the board. I'm going to try to do what we do is put players in queue. So I'm going to try to anticipate what players might be gone, and at my particular position, who I think might be there, and we're going to go from there in terms of my desire to have that player. So we're going to pull up the page. Let's check it out. And it's Coffin TV timeout. So this is the level in which they have me picking, or the line of when they got my first pick coming. They have ranks going here. So they got me in a, what we classify, an A.J. Brown range. Ashton Genty, which I don't prefer to pick a running back first, but let's look into you, Ashton. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry scares me every year, and I always punk out and never deal with the gentleman. So my wonder is, will I simply just have to work around with the opportunity to find a receiver that I really like? Because I don't know that I see the receiver that will light me on fire in terms of an actual 9th overall pick, with the exception of maybe AJ. And I'm not the biggest AJ Brown fan because I really don't like AJ Brown's quarterback. But sometimes the board, based on where you are in 9, is going to allow me to see it that way. The question is, if I were to pick AJ Brown at 9, I'm going to have, let me see, 12, 13, 14. So I should have the 16th pick. Let me see. Yeah, 16th pick next. And who's going to be around 16? We're going to hope Bucky Irvin is there. Do I want to trust a Puka in this spot to be healthy for me? Do I want a Kyrie? Puka. This takes a little bit of thought to make sure I don't flub it. What you always want to do, in my estimation, is have 3 solid players that you want to pick up just in case your player is to be selected. The caveat to that is making sure you know exactly where you are in the draft order in relation to where that player is. Because if you do not, Cousin Walker, Honey Love, how are we doing today? We nervous, my cuz. I'm picking ninth. I don't know if anybody know anything about fantasy football, but picking 9, where will we be? I gotta give me a little watch time with the SBC fam before the cart start dragging that horse around. But I appreciate y'all pulling up, getting a pregame going with your boy before the Kangs get on over there. I obviously don't like to stream on the days that they do, but we had to be able to do so on the day that the actual draft was going to take place, and it only takes place today at this time. 808, I picked 9th tonight, bro. I don't know what speaks to me at 9. You know, like even running back combos out here, you don't want to have too many people have the same bye week. Bucky was a revelation last year. Will Bucky have a better year this year? I'm not certain. Kyron. They expect Kyron to appreciate you, bro. They expect Kyron to have a regression this year. I'm not certain. Josh Jacobs, obviously a regression as well. Oh really? Oh, so you were more locked into daily fantasy though, cuz? Oh, Cousin Walker. I do some daily fantasy, but I don't. But not an immense amount, and that's because you know the amount of people that are involved in that one. Like there's thousands of people. I do want to be able to gamble in somewhat of a controlled environment. I am a bit more reserved or thoughtful about the way in which I do that myself. And I didn't think I was. But in retrospect, it really has to come down to that. Now, if anybody does play fantasy football, what I would like to know is, what is your draft strategy? I have a PPR leagues typically have you to induce the way in which the trends are going. For example, there have been times when you have a Marshall Faulk, Arian Foster's, LaShawn McCoy's, the LaDainian Tomlinsons, and so on and so forth, where they are actual like fantasy monsters, and they can withstand being drafted first, second overall, Christian McCaffrey's of the world. And then sometimes it shifts where they want to focus heavy on the wide receiver. And so for me, I don't know that this year there will be a large focus on the running back. I do believe that we will have a strong focus on the wide receiver position. My job in that is to remove my skepticism and figure out exactly where I can maximize draft opportunity in the position that I'm in. 9 out of 12 is not the worst because on the back end, as you can see here, I'm going to have an opportunity on the back end to, so I picked 9th here. And then if you scroll up, we go through 1 player, 2, 3. And then I wish we can trade because Brent got the best pick in the book for me. I would take Brent's positions every time. Launch play is the name. Then we go back to Mean Machine. Then Big Hit Steve. Now we back to Return to Sender. And I want that position. I want it. But I can't have it, such as life. I pick at 9. And so we want to go best player available for the most part with a concentration on premium position. So I want to try to have a premium wide receiver to start. And I also want to have a premium running back to pair with them. And so what you want to do is kind of have a thought process that I want to get the one of the best. And so at that point, they're going to be like not 1As, but they're going to be like 1Bs in terms of how I would label their values. I'm going to have to get a couple 1Bs and be real surgical with it because of the gap in between when I pick. If I was picking at 12, then I would take one home run and one, 2A if I had to, because I was going to be able to do it in such a way that made it feel good. Now, right now, on the turn, it's going to be a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? More difficult for that to happen. So, we can go with it from a best player available, or we can go with it from wide receiver, no matter what. Let me know exactly if you like to. Give me a pick between two. Best player available strategy, or wide receiver or bust. Thank you. Hey, look, at some point, I gotta find a way that's gonna be able to have me connect the way I want to do it, because I get reviews, and those reviews are like, you got a lot of Ben Stein in you. You real boring, monotone. It's the word, and unless we having a spirited debate, I don't really see the purpose of me getting too locked into the weeds of trying to get it that way. But for the purposes of what they got going on the other side of this algorithm, give me a choice. What would you rather me do as far as the draft strategy goes? Best player available, BPA, if it's easy to type that. Or we can go ahead and pick WR for wide receiver or bust. You understand? It's really going to be a stretch for me until the board actually starts to come about, meaning people actually started making picks. Things are moving in the right direction. I am going to perseverate over this. Clear eyes. Let me tell you something. That is the part about YouTube that I might not like. Y'all already know Mr. Gavin and Gavin and Mr. Walker gonna tell you exactly to get your wine, roll your doobs. No doob rolling while we up here. So, typically, no lie, to pull back the curtain, we probably would have one rolled up and do this draft here. But in the interest of content, we can put that to the side for a hot one. Have us a little H2O bottle to the side, a little bit of Blue Cup love, and we're going to hang out, see how this draft unfolds. We got about 6 minutes until the draft actually starts. 7:30 is when you are allowed into the draft room to find out your draft position so that you can kind of better fine-tune a draft strategy. See anybody else who may have entered the queue themselves, so on and so forth. Yes, Cousin Walker. Man, let me tell you. Yes. Plus, like I said, I'm just bouncing back from the summer cold. In fact, we still got the cough. So, anybody, first off, please hit the like button for your boy if you will. Hit that subscribe button if you have not been already. Share with your friends or anybody who like a little bit of sports content. I do have the blessing of being a Bears fan, but we do have a schedule that allows me to play against other people's teams. Every week, we will try to have a different fan of the opposition join me live so we can go through a reaction to the game. So G Honda, get ready for week 10, I believe. 808 is a Ravens fan, power player, I should say. Don't know what all teams everybody represents. Don't know if everybody's Steelers fans or not, but we gonna always have the blue and orange on. We are trying to not look over a board, but while we speak of a board, let's get on in here right now. I need to figure out one thing. Show drafted, so they can show this based on 2025 projections, or we can do this based on RotoWire, the Blitz. Where is my when I got my own draft. What do you call it? My own draft style. And why did they not have it here? Absolutely, I'm serious. If you know your team better than I do, and it gives us the opportunity as fans to one, be on camera. Two, go ahead and talk exactly about what it is that might excite you or scare you about your team or the other team that you're playing against. And we get to have some real, genuine live game reaction. Some people don't prefer to be harassed or ridiculed for their game, for their own team. Man, the Chiefs. Okay, so hubby, like I had the pleasure of not playing the Chiefs because I don't think we're ready just yet. We still got a little bit of growing to do. We still maturing as a team, so I don't want to be there at all. How are we feeling today? What do we got going on with little Goku and the crew over there? I got some Twitch friends in the building. Thank everybody for pulling up. Now they're gonna show me something I should do with the ninth pick over here. Pay attention to that, everybody. Let's listen in.
Listen, you're picking ninth overall. I am not going to sugarcoat this.
We don't
for
like
you.
it.
This is a tricky spot to be in. You don't have a clear shot at a
truly elite
fantasy player. Those guys that go early in round one. You're not exactly in the middle of the draft where you'd be more insulated from those position runs. And you're not picking at the end of the round where at least you would have a better idea of who's going to be available after the turn, and you could factor that into your decision. So let's get creative here. Maybe that means you roll the dice and you take a tight end early, like let's say Brock Bowers in round 2.
I don't know about
I've
that.
seen some people do that from the 9th slot. Maybe you get lucky and one of those elite quarterbacks falls to you near the end of round 3. Bottom line, find a way to differentiate your team this year. Don't let the draft come to you. You've been given the 9th pick. I want you to end up on cloud 9 when all is said and done. And to get there, it's going to require a unique approach.
People always do this, y'all. I said, I told people, I say, look, be there early on so that I can help you out with anything that might be going on. Like, I don't even get that. I don't know how to give you a link right now. Coach gear. No, you didn't. So you talking about Anthony Richardson when you spoke of Colts gear? That's kind of tenuous right there. I don't see no link right now, y'all. I don't know how to do it. And we are live. Let's go, everybody. About to make me stress out. Jamar went first like I thought he would. Now let me get wishful. I don't know who they're gonna allow to still be here at the end, and we have, I believe, 2 minutes per draft. I had to keep myself a little woosah air, a little calm down. Attach something to my heart rate right now. It's doing that. He gonna pick Justin Jefferson. I know he was. Like, go ahead, just stop making it hard. Like, he was really, really toying him with picking to somebody else. Let's see. Anybody know who got a thought? See, when you think G Honda knows something about sports, he ain't got no ideas for you, boy. Like, let me know. They got the credits coming on right now. Some beans and bologna. It's probably cracking right now. I ain't got it, everybody. If you know, you know. I hate this because you can't play music. There's no way to build it up, per se. You just kind of sit here, you wait and see exactly what somebody going to do with their 2 minutes. Layton is not on the board, so he might F around and pick CD. And he did not pick CD. He picked Bijan Robinson. Lee Turner. How we feeling today, man? I am picking 9th today. Don't know if you play fantasy football. Saquon just went 4th. And I want to know, who would you pick 9 overall? So we got Jameer. It's gone. Jameer's gone. So it looks like we're going to have Amon hopefully still around. Lamar's gone. Okay, thank you. I need stuff like that. CD gone. Okay, CD is out. Who do Garrett Wilson at 9 overall? I can't do Garrett at 9, baby. You know what? We're gonna have to go get us a ball hog like Malik. He's still gonna get all of the damn targets. So now we're looking at wide receiver right now. We're looking at a wide receiver. You trust Garrett that much with Justin? I like Justin. I think Justin gonna run a lot more. Mean Machine picked up Amon Ra at 11. That was a good pick at 11 right there. I want to know if anybody haven't hit that like button. There you go, launch play. Hit Christian McCaffrey. Now please stay away from the running backs. If I could have him, I would go get Ashton Genty over Bucky Irvin, I believe. Ashton, Bucky or Ashton Genty? Which one? Or should I go AJ Brown? No. We going running. We're going running back. We're going running back. Ashton is gone. So now it's Bucky or Jonathan Taylor. Damn. I don't know. Bucky. Fuck it, man. We're gonna have to let Buck roll. Roll with it, Bucky. Let's see, Buck. Brick roll this shit. Now I'm not going to get nothing. Kyron Williams still out there. James Cook out there. I won't get none of them. But I got to do this shit the way I think the board really going to fall. See, Josh Jacobs. I'll take that. Go get Josh Jacobs first. It's a lot. It's a lot that's going on right now. And I'm wondering what it's going to do overall to my available picks coming up next. AJ might be one of the next people off the board. James Cook, let me see if he's still going to be out there. A Shane. Garrett and Tyreek. Yeah, like we can't think Tyreek just going to fall. Yeah, we got to let Bucky do the Rick roll, baby. Hey, so I picked Bucky as a, 11th round pick last year. I think Bucky going to have more of an involved role in the offense only because he showed you what he can do last year. If I'm wrong, I think Josh going to have a decline over there because I'm a Packers hater. So this is all hate. So if I got hate in my heart, let it out. Puka Nacua is gone. Breece Hall got me confused this year too. And do I want a running quarterback? Lamar is already off the board. They helped me out immensely. AJ. Now my next wide receiver is going to be the one that I'm going to try to pair up quarterback-wise, I believe. How is this going to turn out? How am I going to burn out? Tell me, can I learn this here? I love it. I love it. Wife said, cut your hair, so I cut it. The mouse color just turned to green. Green like go. Now let's see if we find anybody out here on the green train. Grinchy green. T. Higgins is a dominant number 2, but I don't know if I can go get a number 1 right now. What would I get a number 2? Lad McConkey might still be out there. I don't know if Lad might be what I attack, but if I got a strong running back, then we're gonna try to get it. Hey, that's what we used to be on over there. Especially now we can't sing. Can we sing people's songs? I don't know. They try to shut you off and everything like that. I can't have them trying to blurt me out for 30 seconds for nothing. What Kendrick say? Give you 20 seconds. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so hungry. I'm hungry. We're going to be hungry. Come on, 11 picks. I like how the board is progressing. I'd be blessed if I can get somebody like a Kyron Williams to still be around. That'll work out for me. I'll take Tyreek or, Travion. I love a Travion to fall into my lap. I don't want to be over the top about him, but I think he's going to have a relatively productive year. Chase Brown. Josh Allen. They have a peculiar way of picking people, I'll tell you that. Now John Wick we got the top 2 fantasy quarterbacks are off the board right now, and I haven't got to the 3rd round yet, so that's not a bad thing. But it will have me to readjust what's going on, to pay attention to who takes what. Because in the instance that somebody drafts one of these quarterbacks, I do want to be aware of their wide receivers and try to maybe block, maybe not. Like for these quarterbacks right now, I don't think I'd be attempting to run out and grab Keon Coleman per se. And James Cook only makes me nervous on the strength of Josh Allen poaches a lot of touchdowns from him in the run game. If he don't flat out go get it. And so now it's like, will Kyron Williams stay healthy enough? Will they factor in on Kyron? And will Kyron still be available? Because Kyron is my next desired choice, I would say. And then we get into maybe a Lad McConkey's of the worlds or something. Okay. Get Jaden. I like it. I like it. Now, what I don't like is that I have an actual draft board or a order that I had a queue for and that I took all day to set up, and now it's not available to me visually. But having the exercise of doing it throughout the course of the day did give me a bit of a memorization, and that's what I need for this. I need to memorize key names, opportunities, and draft values. I'm looking at where I can draft a certain particular player, how I can get the highest rated value for said player, and if it's going to benefit us to try to acquire him. God damn it! Kyron gone. Let's get into the. Now we got to get into Plan B. Brees went number 2 last year, and Brees on the board. Chuba Chuba. Okay, I don't need nobody else there. Let's look at wide receivers. See, like now, I want to be looking at second wide receivers or nothing like that. All damn ready. He got Lad McConkey. Are they gonna play? Are they gonna play with Tyreek this year? All right, Lee. Garrett Turner. Garrett Wilson, I mean. Fuck, I'm talking about. Marvin Harrison. Yeah. Now let's see if he lasts. That's That's the thing. Who you want is one thing. Who they take is another. Now, if Garrett is gone, so I'm gonna take Garrett. And now it's more so of a style. Do I want Travion or do I want a Marion? And I think I want a Marion. Because I think that Jim Harbaugh likes to run the ball, and you ain't got this young man for a reason. So if he's available for me, that's my first choice. Those are my two choices right now. Amarian Hampton and Travion Henderson. As of now. I hope nobody disrupts that. Because I will come out here and just go out of nowhere and give me a quarterback. And that will knock down a whole bunch of craziness as well. Okay, get Kittle. Appreciate that. God, I wanted a Marion and he gone. Terry McLaurin gone. Don't do me in, big hit. I don't know who I'm going to get. If you take him, don't do it. Reconsider. Read some litter. Sure, on the subject. You sure? Okay, I'm not mad at Travion. I really wanted a Marion, but Vrabel has been known to run the ball as well. Let's see if it pans out. Now we get into my bear love. Charbonnet. With DJ and Rome, while I think Rome will have the better overall year, I don't know that it will pay off in the way fantasy-wise. And I say that because I think Rome will have a lot more big plays and possibly even more touchdowns. I think DJ will be peppered with the ball a bit more because he's a short-range, run after the catch type of guy, and I think that gives us the best opportunity to kind of stretch it that way. But I'm really going to have to see if I want to grab one of them right now, or do I want to grab another running back? This is where it gets a little bit tricky for us. And I want to know, what's the move usually for something like this? Typically, a draft may take anywhere from, if people are liberal with the time and they take forever, it may take an hour and a half. If they are deliberate in most of the draft picks, you can get it somewhere in maybe about an hour. You can cut it down. Cut about 20 to 30 minutes of it off if you kind of have an idea of what you want to do. This is where the meat and the bones. Come on now. We're in the 5th round. Next time I pick. And that's what we're trying to wonder. Are the people that I'm talking about 5th round players? So we're going to go through all players now and see where they have people ranked. I don't value DK Metcalf as much as G Honda would, but some people do. George Pickens. See, I don't even know if I like picking right now. Hey, you chew up that meat and spit out the bones. I'm off for the next 2 days, Cousin Walker. And then, sadly, my month of August chicanery with no real work or structure. Back to PDIs, filing grievances, union meetings, and walking these streets. Diggle my cool. Anybody got any thoughts about what we should do for ideas on the show? Mailbox sports3@yahoo.com. Anybody want to help a brother out in designing a better streaming quality, i.e. computer, bandwidth, props, wall decorations? Hit that Cash App, Mailbox Sports3 as well. Don't forget the $. We are on round 5, pick 50. The 50th pick. Hope it don't stick. I'm picking 57, and I hope I got a trick, because I really, really, really want to know who I should get. Help me to help myself. Joe Burrow. Devontae is gone now. You dirtball bastard, you. Like, I'm really curious to know. Is it gonna be DJ or Rome? Because I have to take one. Who's the right person to take? I mean, because one person is clearly defined as the number one in Cortland Sutton. And now it's, do I go for somebody who is clearly not defined as being the number one? DK is gone. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna pick Cortland, and I'm gonna let the chat, not the chat, but I'm gonna let the other GMs determine for me whether or not I get a Bears wide receiver. We're gonna choose the guaranteed number one and try to insulate ourselves right now. It's a shame Olave is the number one and people don't see him as such because of who he paired up with. DJ Tucker, DJ Moore, or Cortland Sutton. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of leaning. Let the cards fall where they may with DJ or the other one, and get this guaranteed number one. I think I'm gonna get this. I think I can't. Hey, look. All right. Talk myself out of what I just said the whole time. Don't let the fan in me get me. Took him to the 5th round to draft a bear. I just know Cortland gonna be their number one. I don't know who our number one is. Jameson just went off the board at 58. Ted McMillan. I thought about him. Now running back or wide receiver. And I tell you, you know what? It's gonna be a wide receiver because if Cortland is still there, I'm definitely getting Cortland. God, I knew it. He took DeAndre Swift. All right, Caleb Johnson. We need another running back for depth. We having a little faith in rookies right now. I really wanted DeAndre on my team, but now we shift to see if a person like a Debo, Michael Pittman Jr. Pittman might have value again with a vertical quarterback. Now, here's the question. Caleb or Justin? I got 14 picks. Travis Hunter finally off the board. Now I'm really gonna wonder if at what do you call it? 7th round here, do I go grab me a Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews? I'm really thinking it's an opportunity to go out there and establish yourself with a tight end. Or do I wait for mine? Do I wait and think that mine's gonna fall to me? Oh, Rome is gone. Now I really got to figure out. This is where I'm struggling. Now tell me, is Pittman gonna be a target monster? Is Matthew Golden actually good? Jerry Jeudy gonna be a number one this year like he was before? Is Olave actually gonna have a quarterback? I'm gonna have to put you on my board, Olave, and Debo for that matter. Hawk, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling today? We are doing a live fantasy football draft right now, my first one of the year. There's no better time to show you what it takes to make a championship team other than real time. So for everybody in the chat, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not before. Fill up that mailbox. Call the email. I'm pretty good, man. We are 8 picks away from my pick in the 7th round, I believe. And now we just kind of waiting. Got to play a little charade. Have a bit of a contingency plan for in case your player's gone. And try not to jump off the rails. Because right now, they doing some things. Tracy and Pacheco. We got running backs coming off the board right now. The rookie, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I'm wondering, will he, get his comeuppance and rule the backfield this year? Aaron Jones. Is Aaron Jones going to be on the decline this year? Or is he still going to be that dude? Because they got Jordan Mason having more rushing yards than him this year. But they got Aaron having more touchdowns. T Miles, what's going on with you, bro? How you feeling, man? Let me know. We are on the turn. We got 7 picks left. 7 picks left until my next turn. And right now, we got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Zach Charbonnet, Cam Scatterbo, Michael Pittman Jr., Jerry Jeudy, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Ricky Pearsall, Chris Olave, so on and so forth. Those are some of the guys I got that are available to draft right now. Trying to see who I should go and pick up. Charbonnet is off the board. Let's get clock Charbonnet away. John Wick just took him away. Do I want Aaron Jones or Jordan Mason? Joe Mixon is out for I'm not sure exactly how long. How you feeling today, T Miles? Thank you for pulling up, brother. Baker is gone. So it's probably gonna be Aaron Jones is gone. So Aaron Jones is gone off the board. So that running back is gone. Now we go to plan B. Chris Olave is gone. Do we like a tight end like a Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce? Or do I still want to focus on number one wide out like a Michael Pittman Jr. right now? I'm going to take Pittman. Now, if I take Pittman, I have to work under this pretense that I won't see this other guy for a while. How many games Jordan suspended for? Jerry Jeudy gone. God damn it! This man just took Caleb, man. Audible. I need my quarterback now. Kyler, Justin Fields, that is. Dak Prescott. I'm so pissed, man. I'm so pissed. Oh, that just fucked up everything I had going on. I ain't no quarterback. Ain't no quarterbacks now. I'm gonna have to take like Justin or some shit. I don't want Brock Purdy as a quarterback at all. It's not my quarterback for fantasy. So it's Kyler Murray or Justin Fields. You would trust that? Damn, man. Is Justin gonna be there on the next turn? I'm tempted to go. I'm gonna go Justin because I got Garrett Wilson already. Over Dak and Kyler, yeah, because it's gonna be a battery, and one of them gonna get rushing touchdowns, and is Dak gonna stay healthy? If I go out here and get Dak, and he sink my battleship, like for Dak, they say Dak gonna throw for 4,000 yards. True. 24 touchdowns. They got Justin throwing for 10 touchdowns. I'm trying to be a dual threat too. Them rushing yards for a quarterback be clutch. Okay. Thank you. Oh. to do. What to do. Or Drake May. What Drake May? What about Drake May? Anybody got a Drake May? CJ Stroud. Should I get a CJ Stroud? Should I take me a CJ Stroud? I don't want to not take one and then they gone. CJ out there, Dak Prescott, Drake May. Somebody just picked up. He got Dak Prescott and he got Lamar Jackson on his team. Kyler gone right after that. Don't really care. I'm a little sad. I really thought Caleb would be on my team. Stephon Diggs. Y'all think Diggs ain't gonna dig it up out here? Y'all think he done? I think he a great value pick later on down this line. Come on, we don't got many rounds left. We're in the 8th round. Well, who am I kidding? We halfway through. Man, he better not be done, man. Done if he done, I'm cooked out here because I want to pick him. I think it'd be good value for later on. Now I'm trying to figure out, do I want Scatterbo on my team? Debo still out here. Debo and Stephon. I think he's gonna be their number one this year too, man. I think he's gonna be there straight. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got enough running back, wide receivers where we can look at that. But I'm getting nervous right now. It's a run on tight ends. I don't have any tight end right now. Now, to be fair, if Dalton Kincaid to still be out there, Kyle Pitts, but I kind of think I want somebody who might be favored, and I think Colston Loveland is gonna be that dude. So I think my inclination is gonna have me still try to take Colston first, and then we'll double back with Stephon if he's still there, just because I got enough wide receivers. I don't have any tight ends. So let's start paying attention to the position. I can't believe 8 picks. Well, he last 8 picks. Chigawonkwo. Okonkwo. Loveland. I'm not starting time or actual plan. I think the preseason even showed you they look to get my man the weapons. Both of them gonna play at the same time. For one, they're gonna have like 12 personnel, but Colston gonna be going down the field. Conversely, I don't want to pick Tyler Warren because I don't trust that quarterback as much, and it's time to start making some headway. If I believe that the other guy will get his, he gonna be out here too. I'm trying to see what they got. See, they disrespecting Cole on here. They got Cole getting 284 yards this year. Now I know that's a lie, but I do think that Colston will have more of he'll have more receptions. Cole will have more touchdowns, I believe, and I think that Colston is just one of them guys who can get open in space and go. Now I'm gonna get in a perfect world right here. Colston is my next pick, and then I get into the running backs to see if RJ is gone already, RJ Harvey, but right here with Krosky Merritt, we're gonna try to see if he's gonna be there as a later pick. Jalen Warren will hold on to ideas for somebody like him just because I do have his handcuff, and I don't know exactly who's gonna be there. But I think it's going to be interesting all in its own to see exactly how they use both of these guys. T. Miles, I'm curious to find out exactly how it would play in to the fantasy side of it. And then, if anybody sees a pick that you think is trash, I want you to use the trash button. And if you do not think that it's a trash and you think it's a perfect one, use that mailbox icon. I know when you type it on your phone, I know that mailbox pop up. Use that for a good pick. Use the trash can when it's indeed a trash pick. Back to you. Reporting live. And Cam Scatterbo still up there too. I won't hesitate to get me a Cam Scatterbo sighting out here and see if he can do his big one too. And I will still go ahead and get me, if the opportunity permits itself, I will go ahead and draft me a Justin Fields as a backup quarterback for the bye week. I do think my defense will be able to be picked. And sorry if I keep getting out this camera. Cooper Kupp in the 9th round. Pretty good value. If you ask me. Jalen Warren is gone. Not a big to do for me. Not a big to do. My puppy mascot behind me, cheering me on, keeping us motivated. Three picks to my turn. Got a defense that's run off the board. Obviously, I don't know if we can even see it right now. Drake May finally off the board right there. And now, Loveland. We want coasting. We want some coasting in my life. We want some of this coasting sandwich. Now, we do wonder, do we stick out here and ride with a... Oh, I forgot about somebody out here. A Dylan Sampson. We keep him on our radar out here. Because right now, Quinshon Judkins is still not signed. So I don't know if he'll be ready. I don't know if Jerome Ford is really going to be anybody's fantasy monster. Trey Benson is somebody I'll keep an eye on throughout the course of the season, but it won't be somebody I think I'll be picking up. Javonte Williams is an interesting character. I think he'll be the starter in Dallas, but I don't know exactly how they will deploy his usage in real time. I don't know if Nick Chubb's going to be healthy while somebody drafted him, but, not for me to. Stephon is gone. All right, so Stephon is gone. Now, is Debo next? Do I think Debo is worth a flyer right here? I think Debo worth picking up right here. Debo next on my board. If Debo is not there, then I'll pick up his running back mate, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Lawrence Brent out there picking up defenses. Braylon Allen off the board right there, 110. That was a pretty good pick if if that's what you're looking for right there. This is where it gets wild. They just hold on for dear life. Once again, anybody hit that like button for your boy. Hit the subscribe if you have not. Go ahead and share the content with somebody you know that might be a sports fan. We are live doing a fantasy football draft. A little bit of Bears mixed into the mashup in terms of their fantasy football values, but on the whole, what does it take to build a championship team? You are watching it live. Me. That's what it takes. Travis Etienne. Get some Debo on my man in this backfield, and G Honda let me sit here with my microphone off all this time and never told me nothing. But now that's behind me, we will go right into knowing that I got 8 picks left before I can go ahead and get like a Ty Warren or Cam Scatterbo. Other than that, we will read Keon Coleman and Jaden Higgins just went off the board. Didn't see that. Don't want to forget about him. 6 picks left of my pick now. And right now, G Honda, as I stated, the Steelers defense off the board at pick 109. I do have Caleb Johnson from the Steelers on my team. That was about it. Javonte is gone. I did want Javonte Williams to be a part of my team right there as a backup. So now to be a Cam Scatterbo. They got Kyle Pitts still out here. Tyler Warren, Dallas Goedert, Dalton Kincaid. I'm trying to figure out this backup. I think I'm gonna get Tyler Warren if he's still there. And then after Tyler Warren, we go ahead and try to make the distinction of another running back or wide receiver. This is tough right now. We in the thick of it. We got 4 rounds left after my next pick, and then some of my favorite time of the day. We're gonna get my draft grade, and if they give me a draft grade that's good, that means I got a bad team. They give me a bad one, it means I got a good team. If y'all think any of my picks were delivered, I mean perfect target, hit that mailbox. So I want you to type mailbox on your phone. You will see the icon pop up as usual. Or if it's trash, type that out. You're going to see the same can. Hit that thing for your mans. And let me know if I can do better on my draft picks. Rashid Shaheed is in the mix now. Green Bay. Tyler Warren. We'll do something like that. Now, do we want a Cam Scattergo or Catabo? Return to sender. What is my team name? Let me see. Yep, return to sender. That's my name. I picked Tyler Warren because I got to make sure I got two tight ends. When you don't know if you got one, you need to have 2 so you can try to insulate yourself. They got a J.J. McCarthy still on out there for quarterbacks. Don't want you. Darnell Mooney out here. I don't know how he lines up with. I know he did well with Kirk Cousins. I don't know what he would do with Penix. I don't know how the season ended. So that's a bit of a sketch for me right there. Xavier Leggett could be a guy that's gonna end up turning some heads. You never know. Right now at the bottom, you trying to get value like Bashal Tutan. It's gonna be pretty good, I think, later in these streets. Now, Joe Mixon. No. They say Joe Mixon is on the NFI list. Is he going to come back this year? Quinshon Judkins. Trey Benson. Dylan Sampson. We're gonna have to try some Cam out, man. Chris Godwin Jr. still out there. We won't hold him up. We're gonna try to get this sped up as fast as we can because I know people got things to do out there, but it takes a little bit of time to go ahead and try to shine. Will Shipley, not going to get it done for you out there. Bully ball. Dylan Sampson, figured G's going to be next. No, because Joe is on the NFI list, and I don't know if Joe's going to. It's been rumored that he might not play all year. Like right now, they got him scheduled to get 574 rushing yards. 574 tells you how many games he gonna play. So, round 13, would that be something that's a worthwhile pick in your eyes? Is Kyle Pitts worth drafting? Is Kyle Pitts a draft-worthy tight end anymore in the world of fantasy football? Dalton Kincaid finally gone. Ollie, I'm going to keep my eyes on you, Ollie. Got my eyes on you, Ollie. Kyle Manungai. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if you still around, round 13, 14, I say 14 to 15. I get you. Now the question is, let me shape up out here and start looking at defenses. It's Buffalo, gonna be a good defense. Minnesota, Kansas City, pretty good. You think our defense gonna be worth something this year? It's pretty beat up right now. Buffalo, Minnesota, or Chicago. Oh. So now you feel like it's time to be sleepy? Go to bed? You won't be on 2K. Or Call of Duty or whatever. You won't be shooting. I don't want to bet you because I might lose. 9 picks until my pick. Round 12. I see you drinking coffee. I can't even say take a minor nap because that nap would have you back in the cycle again. So now you got to kind of do the inverse of what you did to get here. 2, I believe, DJ and Colston. DJ and Colston, just 2. It's so much easier on the whole to stay away from Bears. I don't got to be so emotional. You know what they do. I already have these issues with you. I know you was. You trying to reverse the trend. Chris Godwin. I can't believe they got you out here like this, Chris Godwin. Shit, good conqueror gone. Do I want to take a double dip on defense, people? I do have Bully Ball in front of me, and Bully Ball has been known to do some shiesty, strategic, shrewd things, and he'll take a defense. So I have Buffalo, Minnesota, Kansas City, and my lovely Chicago. Let's hope they don't do anything to disrupt how I want things to run. Trevor Lawrence, no biggie. The depth pieces don't offend me. I do, however, want to be mindful throughout the course of the year as to what I will pick up as a backup quarterback. Week 6 is when my quarterback has a bye week. So you always want to keep in mind, if you don't have an alternate, you better have an alternative plan for the week that your important players won't be there. Minnesota is off the board. So that means only one of the defenses, Buffalo or KC, can be gone. It means I get a choice. So defense it is. And right now we'll go through the team as follows. Quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Wide receivers, Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson. Running backs, Bucky Irvin and Travion Henderson so far. Tight end, Colston Loveland. My reserve post, DJ Moore. Kansas City off the board. Caleb Johnson. Michael Pittman, Deebo Samuel, Tyler Warren, Cam Scatterbo, and the defense of the Monsters of the Midway is off the board. Now that they off the board, do we want another one? Do we want better flex positions? Do we think Darnell Mooney is going to do what he need to do? I don't know. I'm confused. Can Michael Penix Jr. handle having two productive wide receivers? Do I pick a Joe Mixon, and if he's able to right the wrong and get healthy? What you think? What you thinking? At this point, I think he's worth a grab. Yeah. At this point, it's worth a try. Mooney is gone. I always appreciate everybody hanging out. I know this is a very tedious task, but it does give us the opportunity to discuss sports in a different way than the X's and O's per se. We will have the opportunity to analyze throughout the course of the season how these players do in terms of the actual stat output, if we got it right, and if we, meaning me, got it wrong. So we will have opportunities throughout the week to analyze this team, and we will have times throughout the season to have a Q&A session to see what we got wrong. We will make predictions as to how games and things like that will turn out on the whole. It is going to be fascinating to me from record to week performances to be able to point out the things that I didn't get right. Tajay Spears, what a good pickup they got right there. Joe Mixon. Just in case things ain't what they seem, we'll do it. Just in case things ain't what they seem out here on a Joe Mixon. Let's look at a Joe Mixon. Roto Baller is where we're going to go right now. Is Joe Mixon out for the season? Plenty of uncertainty around his injury and his return timeline. So let's see. Will you be? Joe's pretty much the only thing that went right for Houston last year. Yes. Plenty of excitement, 2025. Okay, Woody Marks. Where's Woody Marks at? So he got to miss at least 4 games to start the season. So, a worthwhile pick as a flyer this late in the game. We got 2 picks left. One of those will be a kicker. The other one, we will take yet again another flyer on probably a wide receiver. Let's see. So we got Xavier Leggett, Joshua Palmer, Luther Burden. Trey Harris has been apprising himself pretty well. Brandon Ayuk is a guy on the PUP list that we look forward to coming back at some point. Don't know when. Do you take another flyer on a person like a Ayuk at the end of the bench? Do you think, do you say to yourself, do you have the team in place to be able to withstand that? Do you look at a Jalen Coker or someone like that as the person that's going to step up and step into that spot? And for me, I think that I might just have to go out here and take a flyer on a guy like Brandon Ayuk, perhaps. I'm going to keep an eye on Woody Marks. I will keep my sights set elsewhere. For example, this is where I take all my risks. Do you go out there and look at a guy like Judkins? Kyle Pitts that late. Brandon Ayuk gone. Damn, that was my next pick. So now, what I'm thinking is, since we were not able to land that guy, we take another flyer on a running back that could be pivotal. What I'm making them words. Pivotal at the end of the year, and we will look to draft Quinshon Judkins. Don't know what the situation is contract-wise just yet. I don't believe he signed, nor do I know if his legal situation will be done with as far as the league goes. Brandon Ayuk is gone. Cole Kmet, while a person I'm interested in seeing if I could have success with, I do not know that it may not be the best situation to have both tight ends, only because Quinshon may offer more upside and he may present himself as a trade piece later in the year. So right now we insulating the back end of the bench to see how long we can hold on to certain people. Hopefully they'll make themselves available to me in terms of understanding if they're good or not. You'll take Luther with your last pick? I got one more pick out that kicker, so it's gonna be, like I said, not Woody Marks, but Quinshon Judkins, another starter. He was drafted to start over everybody in Cleveland. He got into a little trouble. So this is what I'll do. I'm going to draft the kicker first. God, he just took my kicker. God, again he did it. Young Way Cool, are you done with? So Quinshon, that's what else we're gonna do. Quinshon or Luther, whoever left. Last pick, everybody, and we will turn this over to someone else on the YouTube streets. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Once again, go ahead, drop your comments in the below. In the what? Drop your thoughts in the comments is what we should have said. Let me know your draft grade, A through F. You go ahead and grade how you want to. I'm going to say I got a B minus grade right now. Pretty fair. Not overall, not the best, but far from the worst. I think that I can get better when it comes to the wide receiver position overall. I don't know that I did enough with the position in the whole in terms of strength. But we'll find out if the depth is there. Weaknesses, I don't know I have any, but I do got a bevy of running backs. Hopefully some of those running backs that I got on the back end will be a bit healthier, and they will allow me the opportunity to go ahead and use them as trade bait later on. The highlight or the stamp of approval that I want to go ahead and give out in terms of who I think is going to produce real life and fantasy. So, real life, Caleb will show his natural born as I am more than perturbed that my coworker drafted my quarterback. So now we'll have to go into some negotiation later on. Fantasy, I do believe that Quinshawn is here and I got to take him. But in the fantasy world, my turn to choose wisely. I believe on my team, Garrett Wilson will be you have a DJ Moore type of year. And I say that because he does have his favorite quarterback from college throwing the ball to him again. I don't know if it'll be a renaissance year, but I do believe it'll be an impactful year. I think it's a worthwhile value to pick him up in the round that I did, which was the third, I believe. Pretty good on me, considering he was a first-round pick last year. So quarterbacks do scare you off or give you comfort. Justin obviously gives people a bit of the ick, to phrase these young kids. With that being said, I want to thank you for joining me on Draft Day Delivery. Mail is always going to get through today. Hopefully so with my fantasy football squad. We will, starting this week, have some pregame analysis to all football-related games. Go Bears. Monday night is the first game of the regular season for the Chicago Bears. We will do a Monday night stream that is a live reaction to everything that is happening on Monday Night Football. We will do a Sunday preview to go ahead and understand on our own what we think the attack will be, how the game plan will set up, and who will be some guys that we want to go ahead and give our stamp of approval to. With that being said, I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Like I said, give me a draft grade. Mailbox if it was a good pick. Trash can if it was a bad pick. Please leave a hot take if you got one about my fantasy team or anybody else's in general. And I want you at any given time throughout the course of the year, check in on me. Let me know what you think about my fantasy league. Ask me about my fantasy records. Till then, we will go ahead and pass this off to a wonderful, worthwhile YouTube community and audience. Y'all go ahead and enjoy your evening. We are going to get y'all out of here, for me anyway. Till next. They got me on the loop. We going to be gone. you.